It's a lovely Lynn getting ready to do Green Gardens hike. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, or Newfoundland, Gros Morne National Park. We're going to hike Green Gardens today. Give you an idea. It says it's 305 meters elevation gain. Take us about 4 hours. It's going to go to a spectacular coastline of green meadows, cliffs, and sea stacks. This is looking back down the trail. I wanted to take this picture before I lost the perspective. Most of the trail has dropped out of sight. We have climbed in serpentine fashion, pretty good height. If you see the last vehicle to the left down there is actually our truck. So we're high and we've come a long way. This is the same spot. I haven't moved. After viewing the truck, this is what you see in the same spot. And of course, it's why we're hiking today. The molten lava, they don't use that word here, but it really is. Debris field is behind us now. We've walked pretty high. You see the landscape is changing. The rocks from the mantle are not here, or if they are, they've worn away to nothing. And now we get things that are alive that are here. We're in the scrubby brush now. Lynn's going down, but I'm going to pan around a little bit and you can see the trail that we're headed for. Right in front of us, what we would consider a downy woodpecker, but I don't know really what he was up here.
And there he goes.
We've got to a portion, possibly, I don't know this truthfully, to a lower portion, at least in this terrain. You can hear the water. It's just lovely, flowing down the mountain and flowing right straight out to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. We're moving through a forested area now, headed towards the bottom of the ravine between two mountains. A lovely little bridge over a brook. You can see the water and you can hear it. We can, and I'm sure you can. Lynn's holding securely onto this tree because she does not like heights. I'm going to walk past her, and this is what she's admiring. A beautiful waterfall, but she's standing right on the edge of the mountain. You can hear it. It's lovely.
Okay, we just wanted to get another video with our waterfall.
I'm going to show you, first thing, I didn't notice this because behind me it looked like it was moose manure. And then Lynn and I talked it over and we looked around and then we saw this. There's been some herbivore, is that the word?
Herbivore.
Grazing the shoots that coming out of this tree here. And he's grazed them pretty hard and pretty high. So that gives me, I think a moose was here grazing. We've walked down to the sea. Or actually, you want to call it correctly, it's the Gulf of St. Lawrence. It is pretty cool. but we're not at the end of the trail yet. Well, we were wrong. I was wrong. After we looked at it and looked at the footprints, we figured out it had to be sheep. And there they are. Well, they're enticing us to hike further. Another 10 minutes to a place called Steve's Cove. I'll go across here, and evidently sheep have been grazed here, been turned out and just grazed like they do in the Rockies for many, many years, generations. Canada's done a wonderful job. They've even put some chairs. There's some picnic tables behind us. As you can see, this is, I would call it a meadow, but who knows. Over here we haven't done this, but you can see some people coming up. You go stairs and you can go down to the sand at the sea. Nearly at the end of the trail. I think it's over there, but actually it's way out there. You see a couple out there. Evidently our hike, the Green Gardens Trail, ends just ahead of us at Steve's Cove. This is Daniel's Cove. If you look down, the amount of driftwood is unbelievable down there where the tide brings it in. I'll walk to the edge in a minute and show you from the edge, but it's pretty impressive standing back here 25 feet.
Not live, no. He'll edit it tonight and post it.
I've walked up to the edge. Oh, it's 4 feet away. This is quite spectacular in our opinion, or my opinion. That's the edge. It is pretty much straight down. Wind a little bit. We've walked about 8,000 steps getting here. And it'll be a very mean 8,000 steps getting home, because we took the easy trail down here. It was a little more on Lynn's watch, a little over about 2.35 miles down to here. Take a picture of this as we sit here and mull over the possibility of climbing that and being alive when we get back out. You see a lot of other people gone down to the beach and are walking it and enjoying it. Quite a lot. There's about 10 or 12 people down there. Sit down here on this point. It truly is a point sticking out into the Gulf of St. Lawrence. This is up the beach. Well, I'm going to call it up the beach. Cliffs straight up and down. Lots of people down there that have gone up this. I've counted the steps. I believe there are 100 in that ladder. Swing around to the other side. One of the things that it always fascinates Lynn, and me to some extent, is these lovely rocks. They're just clean and rounded and lovely. I believe the tide is going out, or is out. And if you look carefully, even in this video, you can see seaweed 200 or 300 feet from the shore, or maybe more. It's a golden looking color. It's just thick down there all around this point. Sign says 4.4 kilometers to the parking lot. We did not go down to the bottom. Lady came up and said it was 85 steps, but Lynn didn't think it was worth the trip. So we're going to turn around, and the hike back is going to be way worse than the hike down. All right, this is a little weird, my wife says, but I don't care. When you hike 3 miles, 1,000 feet down, at the end of that, you think about a bathroom. And this Canadian government, Park Service, whatever you want to call them, has obliged. This is right at the end. Just a little enclosure, no roof, obviously, you don't need a roof. I've never seen a unit like this, but it really functions great. I wanted you to kind of appreciate it. It's absolutely stunning. Lynn thinks this may be our best hike we've ever had. But it's not for the faint of heart. I'm going to close today. We've had actually just a pretty fantastic hike. I think it's interesting that we talked to tons of people. The farthest one away was Tel Aviv, Israel. They were just absolute. He even shared his lunch with us. Just pretty cool. I can't believe how much camaraderie there is when people hike a big hike like this. I really appreciate that. If you would, please subscribe to our channel. Be safe out there and have fun.